Hey, welcome back to HobbyFix, and this is going to be part 8, part 9, part 7. I don't remember where we are in the build right now. But it's been way too long since you guys had an update. I've just been working my butt off every day, every night, pretty much non-stop, killing myself trying to get this thing done. So where are we at right now? What we are at is waiting for somebody to come and tune my ECU, because little did I know that there is anti-theft system that locks you out. Oops. Anti-theft that will stop you from being able to start the car on the stock computer. It is called VATS. You can turn it off with a programmer like HP Tuners. So I've been bugging shops and running around trying to find somebody who can do it like 2 weeks ago, because I'm tired of waiting. So it's hard to remember where we left off, but a ton has happened. One of the major things you can see here, squeeze around, is the modifications I'm doing to my hood to make it fit with the large intake on the engine. I don't know, people might get upset with me doing this, bastardizing it or whatever they want, but pretty much I wanted to keep the stock truck intake just for the sake of doing it, and just to try something different and to save a bit of money. So I already have cut vents into my hood, so I figured let's go ahead and see if we can make a hood bulge and extend the existing one. So what we were doing, and maybe I'll do a video on how I end up making this, is using this little tool I made here, which is a piece of steel with a slot cut in it. And I am putting it on the edges and working my way around to contour it correctly. This is to clear pretty much the starter, or not the starter, but the valve control on the engine for the throttle. Yeah, it's been raised up to clear the intake in the throttle. So I'll open it up and show you the inside. Minus the ugly plastic bag here to keep dirt out. This is where we are at right now. We have the radiator in, we have the wiring pretty much 100% done in the car. I tried hard this time to make the wiring pretty and nice. So a lot of loom cable, a lot of thought before I do stuff. We have a fuse block in here. 3 fuses for the headlights and the radiator fans. Fuses for those, or not fuse box, but the relay boxes, sorry. We have the clutch working now. I ended up using a Toyota Land Cruiser 1982 3/4 master clutch cylinder down here, which actually bolted right into the factory spot on the Datsun. It's tilted slightly, but it still works. And then we have to take a look at how I got the accessory drive to work down here. So I ended up mounting the alternator to the front of the engine with a really simple setup. We can go into that maybe more later. I made a custom pulley here that made the belt drive work. Custom hard pipes for the radiator, left and right. So they just have a short rubber clamp on each end. Electronic rad fan from, I think, a Ford Escort. It fits really nice on top of the aluminum radiator here. Here's a better shot at the relays and a little bit of wiring going on. I still haven't tied it all up, but what we do have is full set of lights, headlights, tail lights, turn signals, brake lights. That's all working now. It's been a little crazy. Probably can't see too well in here, but this is my main control panel. Hard to see, sorry. It's got check engine light. It's got a bunch of switches, which I haven't used them all yet. It's got a fuel gauge, the keys in there, and then I have another light I've added that'll tell me when my rad fans are on. Let's hit this with a flashlight. Down here is my Medusa going on. I still haven't tied this all together yet. When it's all done, it should look a lot better. My ECU is mounting in the center, up here along with the throttle control. Throttle pedal is in. Just a little bracket I made to make that work back here. If I can focus in on that. So that's it down here. It bolts to the stock position, and then it just kind of comes out sideways. Anyways, we won't get too much into that. Drive shaft in. Exhaust is on the car now. O2 sensors are in. Rest of the exhaust goes out the back. I don't know. So much has progressed on this. It's hard to know where to start. One thing I will have to do is rebox in this area down here that I had originally boxed in for the clutch to work. Pretty much the fork was hitting the edge down here when it actuated, so I had to cut it open just to make space. Now with the bigger master cylinder in there, my pedal travel is a lot more acceptable. Comes down about there. We get the disengaging. I still have to bleed some air out of this thing, but overall, it's working. It is disengaging the clutch. So maybe now I'll show you a video of my failure for trying to start this thing. I got a guy coming hopefully in 2 days to come and tune up the engine computer to get it running. So that's the update. I know it's probably been 2 weeks since I posted anything about the car. I'm sorry about the delay for anybody who was following it. We got the exhaust manifolds on, and instead of using the stock bolts, I went ahead and used cap screws here with washers. They're grade like 12.9 metric ones, so I'm hoping they won't break off like a lot of the factory ones do. And I don't know what else to say, guys. Wiring harness is in. I had to add a hole in the firewall here to run it in, because I did not want to pull it all apart to extend it to the other side of the engine. I'm just kind of in get it running mode right now. Really just anxious to get it running and take it out for a spin. Okay, I wanted to show you guys just one more thing. Here is my fuel system. So this is the back of my fuel cell. On the right side we have the fuel feed that feeds the fuel pump, and the fuel return on the left side. So the feed is running in into this fuel pump here, which is pumping fuel into the fuel filter that you see just behind it. It is a Corvette fuel filter that has a single output up to the engine and an internal regulator. So the fuel pump feeds fuel into the filter, which will in turn feed the excess fuel back to the left side here and back into the tank. So this is the next project. We'll finish off the hood. It'll keep me busy until the guy gets here and gets the engine computer tuned up for me, so this thing will actually start, run, and drive. But I think it's pretty much it. It's almost there. So next video I post will probably be this thing driving, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.